Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to MHF. We got a brilliant panel for you today, but at the same time, Enzo Maresca's under pressure. The players want him out. Imagine that. It's 1 year into his tenure, and they're talking about Palmer not being happy. Is he really under pressure? Bro, all I have to say is that if he doesn't win against Liverpool and if he doesn't win against Brighton, I think he's going to be under a lot of pressure, actually. There are talks that Man United can be above Chelsea and Man City by the end of this weekend. Imagine this. If Man United win, they can be above Arsenal, believe it or not, if I'm not mistaken. Well, that would be fucking crazy if they can be above Arsenal. Arsenal must win against Newcastle.
Man United are scary.
And Liverpool must lose. Like, this is the title of the weekend, actually, that Liverpool must lose and Arsenal must win. Of course, but big up everyone that is here, of course. Hit that like button, people, and subscribe to the channel. All the guys' channels in the description. We got Sal, of course, it's for podcast, of course, in the description as well. We got Matt with his channel in the description as well, of course. We got a new, I haven't worked with him before. Javon, I haven't worked with you, the Final Whistle podcast.
Bless up.
Yeah, of course. And the Bottom podcast, of course, which is... What did I say now? How's everyone feeling before the...
Nervous.
Yeah, Javon, did you kind of got a little bit nervous playing Lincoln FC?
Bro, I thought we were here to talk about the upcoming games. Why are we talking about all stuff, man? Why are we talking about the past? Yeah, that performance was atrocious, you know? It's honestly something, because I didn't do a review on it because I don't review the Leisure Cup games because I'm a very busy man and I do only review important games, people. But having watched that game, that was a very disappointing performance. Honestly, we were a Premier League side we showed that we were a Premier League side for about 5 minutes, and that's when we got the 2 goals, and then we went back to playing like scrubs, unfortunately. There's not much Maresca could have done in terms of the lineup because we have to rest players coming from a Champions League game, coming from a league game. And on top of that, this is the first time these players are playing high-level football every 3 days. Plus, majority of our second-team players and first-team players that are deemed important are injured. So you couldn't do much about the lineup. Last minute, we heard that Mark Yu could have played based on the rule change, but we already traveled and we left and we played with Tariq George up front. He didn't do much apart from that wondrous strike. And yeah, played like scrubs, got through against Lincoln City. I wouldn't read too much into it because it is Lincoln City.
How you cannot read much into it?
Because
of what?
to be honest, I'm looking at it two ways. I'm looking at it from these two perspectives, right? Yes, the team did need to put out a performance, but again, the level of opposition might not have drawn out that performance that we needed to see. In terms of, the players are saying they're Lincoln City, we should just show up and perform to a decent level and go through. So I'm giving them leeway in terms of that, but we did need a performance based on the last two games, based on the last two losses. So for me, I'm more so looking at towards Brighton at the weekend. I'm looking for a performance there because that's kind of a no excuse. It's a must win against the weekend. Against Lincoln City, could have been a banana slip, but again, it is Lincoln City. You're expected to beat them, and if you don't, it's a shambles. If you do beat them, no one bats an eyelid. So yes, the performance could have been better, but hey, it's Lincoln City.
What do you mean Lincoln City? Anyway, to be honest with you, okay, can I ask you something that was asked to Don this morning on the show? How many points do you expect from the coming two games, Brighton and Liverpool?
Minimum 4. I'm not the type of Chelsea fan that's gonna throw the baby out with the bathwater. Yes, we're not playing well. We are playing at home. Let me put it to you this way. Okay. I expect 3 points against Brighton. If we're playing Liverpool away, I would be anticipating a loss. But at home, I don't think it's unfair to ask my team to at least pull out a draw.
Okay, let me ask you a question just quickly. If you were playing Brighton and Arsenal at home, what would you expect?
It's the same. Arsenal are better. Please don't let me say it. They have a better defensive team than us right now. Let me put it to you that way, a little scapegoat, caveat right there. So it's still the same, minimum 4 points. Standards have to be held. If we were playing on form, I'll come here with chest, go anywhere and say 6 points. But minimum 4 points. At the end of the day, it's Brighton and a top 6 club. If you can't win against a top 6 club, don't lose.
What if you don't win against Brighton? You have no Cole Palmer.
We don't have any Cole Palmer, but we still have quality in the squad. Cole Palmer, this is not Cole Palmer FC, or it shouldn't, let me rephrase that. It shouldn't be Cole Palmer FC because of times like this. When Cole Palmer gets injured, the manager and the players have to step up. The manager has to find a different solution. You have multiple bodies in midfield that you can use as a substitution for Cole Palmer, even if that does mean you have to tweak the system a bit. Esteval can come in and play off the right. Pedro Neto can play off the left. Joao Pedro can play up front, and he can go with a 3-man midfield. Yes, Enzo Fernandez is not playing well right now. Cool. We've seen him put James in midfield. You can have Caicedo, Andre Santos, and Reece James in midfield. Or if he still wants to persist with Enzo Fernandez, which I don't recommend he does.
You already given Enzo Fernandez.
No, I haven't given up on him. I'm giving him a break because we saw the same thing last season. He wasn't playing well at the start of the season. Gave him a 4-match break where he wasn't starting. Then he hit form. He's scoring goals from midfield. He's dictating the play. So I'm not giving up on Enzo Fernandez. I'm simply saying you give him a break against Brighton because you might need him against Liverpool. As crazy as that sounds. But Andre Santos has been playing better. He's a more complete box-to-box midfielder. And he's just on a better form right now. So I'll go with Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. Plus Lavia is rumored to be back. So Lavia, we may see a caveat from Romeo Lavia. And again, Cole Palmer is not there. Even if you wanted to persist with the 10. We saw Esteval play 10 against West Ham. You can play 10 against Brighton. Then you could pick a poison between Kittens and Garnacho. My left-hand side is very dreary, so you won't hear me talk about the left-hand side with him as I speak about the right-hand side. But basically what I'm saying in a nutshell, there are options. You can tweak the system, you have players, and you can formulate a plan to get a win. Because again, you're a coach. You shouldn't be sticking to one system anyways.
Guys, this is an open floor. Like anybody can talk. Like Sal, Matt. You guys can you don't need an invitation. It's fine.
See, the thing is, it's very hard to pick holes in my arguments. That's why they're quiet. It's very hard to pick holes in my arguments.
No, listen, I think he's right. I think, a lot of people, this Palmer injury, everyone thinks, oh, they're done completely. Chelsea have a great squad, we know. The only thing is they've got Garnacho. We don't know about Gittins yet. We saw Gittins at Dortmund, what he could bring. I see glimpses, and I think that's where they might struggle a bit. I do think the Brighton game is extremely tough. I know how João Pedro going to fare against his old team. That is a tricky game. And I think what you were saying, Mo, about how many points does he expect? You said 4. It's pressure if Chelsea don't win this one. Like, they'll go into that Liverpool game that's like, right, you have to win now. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think they'll win it. It won't be an easy
They already
game.
have to win against Brighton, though.
Yeah, but I think they'll get over the Brighton. I don't know. Brighton have this thing where they play one good game, the next one is a bit, you're not too sure. I think Chelsea beat them. I do still think Chelsea beat them. They've got enough quality to beat them. But I don't think they beat Liverpool. Let me just say, just for you, Hassan. They're not going to...
Again, for me, Brighton is a must-win. It is not going to be a foregone conclusion, but I wouldn't be much of a fan if I don't expect a 3 points against Brighton.
Thanks.
You get what I'm saying? Against Liverpool, hey, I can't go into Liverpool with chest. I'm not a madman, but do I expect minimum a draw or at least a performance? Most definitely. You know, and because again, we're playing at home. We are playing at home, and this Liverpool hasn't gelled yet. And I know I'm clutching at straws by saying this Liverpool defense hasn't gelled yet. But again, you're coming at the bridge. I'm expecting a performance, minimum a draw.
I agree.
If you offer me a draw right now, I'll take it. I'm gonna be real.
How's Garnacho doing, by the way? How's he doing over there? Is he enjoying London?
To be honest, the cameos he has made, barring the Bournemouth game. Was it Bournemouth? No, barring the Brighton game, not the Brighton. Brentford game. Barring the Brentford game, the cameos has been underwhelming. He played against Lincoln City. I was expecting a bit more. He played like he was a bit timid. You know when a player just comes into your club and he wants to do the right thing and not actually take the ball and is by himself and go and explode, do things that we've seen he can do. On the good side, he's playing it safe, to say the least. Like I see him when he receives the ball, he's looking up. He's thinking about his next pass. He's not just trying to run past someone. He's not shooting the ball willy-nilly. He's actually trying to do the right thing. So in regards to that, he's been safe. I haven't seen anything to say, oh, Garnacho is completely shit, or oh, Garnacho is wonderful. We owe United more money. He's just been average and been playing it safe. Gittins, on the other hand.
Can I tell you the reality? Garnacho is the worst signing this summer from all the top clubs.
Most definitely.
I disagree.
I'm thankful to Chelsea. I'm happy Chelsea got the player, man.
The worst one is Gittins.
No, at least no. Because at least Gittins was successful at Dortmund. Because at least they paid the money for a player that is successful in Germany. And they paid him. Yeah, you didn't have a bad season. There is a lot of like air coming from somebody. I don't know who.
I hear it as well.
Yeah, I can hear it. I don't know who.
Oh, yeah, it's from Ledge.
Okay.
It's from Ledge.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying. In terms of what we needed at the time, Garnacho is the worst signing. Because one, Liverpool went down. We needed a centre back. Two, ever since Robert Sanchez has stepped foot through this door, we all Chelsea fans know we could have upgraded on the goalkeeper. And three, if you're going to bring in a development left winger, because Gittins is far from the finished product, then you have to bring in someone of starting quality that can at least take the reins of that, saying, hey, I'm going to be the guy on the left-hand side. When Gittins plays, it's hero minutes or development minutes. Instead, you go with two left wingers that have a big question mark over.
You know, Garnacho's better on the right, though, yeah? He's better on the right. You know, he says his best performances came on the right.
So basically, we signed another right winger. Oh boy! If it wasn't for Pedro Neto, I wouldn't have any confidence going into any game because that left-hand side is spooky. It is very dreary.
Your confidence is in Pedro Neto. Fucking hell, man. That's crazy. Honestly, you know, I want to say one thing. You know, I already anticipate what's going to happen this season. And it's so sad. It's actually genuinely so sad because I already know, and Mo knows where I'm going with this as well. All the Chelsea conversations are going to be Maresca out, Maresca in. I rate Maresca highly. I think he's a fantastic manager, but I already know exactly what's going to happen. The board that let him down won't be the one getting this like cooked or asked for them out. Like it won't be Bluco out, scouts out. It'll just be everyone just start talking about Maresca and stuff.
Simply because it's the easy change. If everybody in the Chelsea fan base that has watched Chelsea closely,
I just want to say one thing. The fact that Chelsea, me and Mo at the end of the transfer window did a stream on MHF, and we ranked all transfer windows. We gave Chelsea the lowest score out of every single Big Six club, because the way that they invested the money was pathetic, to be honest with you. I can't believe that they spent that money on this dog shit that we're talking about right here. Garnacho, Gittins, like I don't. Joao Pedro is a fantastic signing. Other than that, no one really is a needle mover. And we gave so many examples. I'm not even exaggerating. It probably would have been better for Chelsea to go buy Chiesa for 15 million than spend 90 million on Dumb and Dumber right there. So, yeah, I think maybe there is a Chelsea fan, I think yesterday, Mo, you were there as well, where he said we need to start treating Chelsea like an investment fund instead of actually talking about them as a football club, not because that's what Javon wants, but that's because what Chelsea operate like. Because in their mind, they're thinking, oh, we're going to sell Garnacho to Arsenal in a year for 60 million. So they think it's a successful signing. You guys know what's happening. Don't even try deny it. So they just think it's a successful signing, but on the pitch, it won't be successful. That's the biggest problem. When Garnacho came on away at Brentford, I promise you, Javon wasn't thinking, oh my God, how much are we going to sell him for in the summer? No one cares at that time. Like, you want him to perform on the pitch. So, yeah, that's my thing. You say lol Chiesa, but convince me why Garnacho is better than Chiesa or Gittins right now. Right now. When's the last time Chiesa's performance against Southampton in the Carabao Cup? When's the last time you saw Garnacho or Gittins have that type of game? When? Even though it's against Southampton, when's the last time we have even seen that performance from either one of them? So that's my point, to be honest.
Hence why my hopes are stuck solely on Pedro Neto on that left-hand side. Listen, he's 100% right. 100 million and two left wingers that none of them you put your full faith into to take the starting reign and to actually add value to the team, to take pressure off a Cole Palmer, to take pressure off a Joao Pedro. It is very underwhelming. That coupled with the injuries out, because you could say, okay, okay, the left hand side is spooky. You stick Joao Pedro over there, Palmer in the 10, Delap up front, and Esteva off the right. Delap is injured. The cover, the actual good quality cover we had for Caicedo in Isugo got injured. Palmer himself injured. So yes, we're I don't want to say we're operating at a handicap. Yes, we're not operating at optimal level because of the players that are out. But still, you have bodies there. You have to, if it's even to tweak the system, you have to find a solution. And that's why, for me, it's still a must win. And that bare minimum of performance and try to get a draw when Liverpool come to town.
Javon, just quickly, for me, I think the lack of the goalkeeper told me everything about Chelsea. I think that was the chance there. That was the one. I don't know if you could have got Donnarumma. Mike Mannion.
We could have got Mike Mannion, but because of this dumb sporting directors.
Yeah, so I think that was the one when I was like, all right, Chelsea are not that serious. You had to change your goalkeeper. We've seen it now. We saw it last season. That had to change. I still feel like you ended the window. So I think you had that bit where it was like, oh my God, Chelsea are doing their thing here. And then it just went out weird. The Jackson situation and Delap getting injured. It was just, what are Chelsea doing here? And I think they really messed up. Like, this was the window where you could have consolidated, got to Arsenal's level and battled Arsenal maybe for second or first, however people want to see it. But I think that was just and I'm looking at Donnarumma at Man City now thinking that was an ideal goalkeeper for someone like Chelsea right now.
Listen, even if they didn't want to go for Donnarumma for whatever strange reason, you still had Mike Mignon, that Mike brother from that place in Italy. You could have gotten him for what, 25 million, but we hustled over 5 million. So that was befuddling to me. There are talks. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So what are we saying? Is the issue with Chelsea the goalkeeper? Is it Maresca? Is it the defense? Is it Gittins? Is it Garnacho? What are we looking at?
The biggest issue will always be the sporting directors not bringing in quality, because the more quality you bring in, the less decision you take out of the manager's hands to bring on scrubs instead of quality players, if that makes sense. Right? So the biggest issue will always be the sporting directors not signing quality players. Right? No, because the transfer window is closed, we can only look at what Maresca can do. Substitutions at Brentford, Bayern Munich, and Manchester United has been horrendous. Game management has been horrendous over the last 3 games, right? No, when you look onto the pitch, at Bayern Munich, I firmly believe we were the better side in parts. majority of the game, but 3 mistakes cost us 3 goals against a really solid team, really good team going forward. So make 3 mistakes at that level, you lose 3-0 or 3-1, right?
Enzo Maresca, he took off all his attacking players. As soon as the red card happened, it was like all the attacking players came off. Like, there's no hope. I would at least kept Cole Palmer on there because he can cause problems, you know. And if he was still on the pitch, he probably would have equalized, you know.
Yeah, so I 100% agree, but Palmer got injured. But they knew Palmer was injured going into the game. So you're still right. It's just that the first shot should have been Palmer for the goalkeeper. And even if you wanted to sacrifice another attacker, you leave one off Pedro Neto or Esteban, preferably Pedro Neto, because if everybody knows the whole thing about a young player playing in a high-level game at that time, he pulled off all our attacking players, and Joao Pedro was just out there to suffer. So, again, that stops with the manager. Sporting directors can't help you.
Bro,
that's all on you.
I've got something to say because I've listened to your whole dialogue, and you stated that the signings are basically lackluster. You didn't sign enough quality. Am I correct? I don't want to.
Correct, especially on that left-hand side. Yes.
Okay, but you guys spent a lot of money, like either way. In regards to the reinforcements that you brought quite a lot of reinforcements in, to the point where I personally thought you guys, your transfer market was quite good, in my personal opinion. I don't see anything that was terribly wrong with it. The likes of Joao Pedro, I think he's an excellent signing. Obviously, Gittins, he's not looking good at the moment. Obviously, you just have to wait and see. It's only 5 games into the season. Garnacho, we know what he brings to the Prem, but a lot of, the Prem hierarchy and coaches, they love Garnacho. They love a player like him. So I guess you guys just have to wait and see, because the same way Arsenal fans were complaining about Madueke. Now, if you ask me, I ain't got an issue with Madueke. Obviously, how Madueke was signed was the main issue. But what Madueke has shown at Arsenal Football Club is that he's able to take the weight off of Saka. So, I guess there's levels to the signings, and it was the same. It's the same price they spent. They spent around about 50 mil for most of your attackers that came in. What? Estavio's 50 mil. Gittins 50 mil. I don't know how much Garnacho was. Who's like
43.
So you're spending 50 mil on all these attackers, and you're telling me it's not quality.
But that's the thing, bro. You could go to a sale, right? You could go to a back alley sale or whatever. Just because it looks like Gucci and a man is charging you the price of Gucci doesn't mean that shit's Gucci. That's fake. You get what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter if I spend $43 million on Garnacho or if I spend $43 million on Xavi Simons or Fermin Lopez. Which one's of quality? They could cost the same, but we know which one's of quality and which one isn't.
All right. I've got a question for you. What do you expect your club to do this season then? Because I've spoken to a couple of Chelsea fans. I haven't spoken to you before. So what do you expect your club to do this season?
I'm gonna be real. I expected a title charge. What do I mean by a title charge? Just make a run, and whenever you fall off, hopefully next year, not in the December like we did last season, but build on what happened last season. So last season, everyone told us we were in a title race until we weren't in December. At least, I was asking at least make it to February, April, do something. And then we're in the Champions League. We saw what we could do in a cup competition. You make a run in a cup competition, because within that cup competition, I saw Maresca change the system around to go up against the opposition, i.e. PSG, right? I expected him to deploy that formation against the bigger teams in the Premier League this season. Why hasn't he done it yet? I got knows.
PSG was a different ball game. They just smashed everyone for literally like how long? How many months? How long of a run do you have to go for to realize you have to change the system for a team like that? I don't think he did anything wrong there. You can't go and play the same system like against teams who've been getting slapped up.
Yeah, but that's my point. I expect him to take that philosophy and apply it to the Premier League. Not chop and change every week, but against teams like Liverpool, against teams like Arsenal, against teams like Manchester City, you apply that philosophy in, this is what I'm going to start out with, and if shit hits the fan, for lack of a better term, you tweak the system to try and get a win or a draw. This man hasn't done that. You know what he does? He brings off attackers because we got a red card. The opposing team got a red card too, so
Javon, do you think though, like that this Chelsea team are now more designed to maybe do better in the cups, like Champions League? Like when I think, like you've got talent, you do. Like as you said, I don't think you were the better team against Bayern. I don't agree, but you did play well. You did. You had chances. They did play well. I think Bayern was just very clinical. Harry Kane, we saw that. But I look at their Chelsea team and I think maybe they're better off to the FA Cup, Champions League, maybe a far run in there. I just think the league now. Again, not just because I'm an Arsenal fan, I do believe Liverpool and Arsenal, there's the gap between everyone else and them two.
Listen. If you tell me now, if let's
There's
say
a
there
gap
was a
between Liverpool and Arsenal, and
Well,
then there's
Sam,
a gap between
Sam,
Arsenal and
no.
let's say there was a goblin.
Don't
right?
ever disrespect my club like this. Put me in the same caliber.
Let's say there was.
We'll
Chelsea
wait
are going
for
back to neutral settings though, because I remember Chelsea were a cup team many years ago, innit? With Michael Dewberry and Dennis Wise, and I think you need to go back to go forward. To be honest with you, so I think you need to go a little bit back, further back, go to the original settings, back to default, and then go forward. Prior to
Listen,
Abramovich. I think Man United still got a chance though. You never know.
Of what?
of Adua. Listen, if there is a
I'm not
goblin,
playing.
if there was a goblin to tell me, listen, you get 3 cups this season or 2 cups this season, I'm taking that. Trophies speak, Trophies speak. Trophies. Hey. No talk from the Arsenal fan. We're not important major first. And then talk us recently. We're gonna get there. But seriously, if I could pick up 2 cups this season based on everything that has happened so far, I would take it. But then again, players are supposed to come back from injury. We just need the luck of the draw in the Champions League. We couldn't make a run in the Champions League, and it's one-off games. I'm lying. It's 2-legged games until there's a one-off games.
Yeah.
But you're correct. You're correct. It doesn't look like. Yes, it's 5 games in, but with everything happening, win as much games you can in the league, but take the cups more seriously for now. Is what I would do.
And Javon, just the last bit on Chelsea as well. I think what Sam said at the beginning, Chelsea had the worst transfer window. When you look, every other team kind of had like a plan. I don't think like Chelsea, the way they went and signed them players, I don't think there was much of a plan. I think United got the striker, Sesko, Mbeumo, Cunha. You can kind of see their attack being better. Neglected midfield call. Arsenal went in. We needed a 10 left winger, Eze, Madueke, right? Everyone just kind of got what they wanted. When I look at Chelsea, I'm like Garnacho, Gittins, like, did you need, what I mean? Like, did you need all these type of players? And I just feel like there's no plan there. I feel everything's like scattergun approach. And I think someone alluded to in the comments and said, this is not the Roman Abramovich model. Like, back then how you used to sign players that would come in, they did their thing. Now it's like, Esteval from Brazil, great talent, but what's Gittins going to do? What's Garnacho going to do?
Exactly.
But, all these type of players. So I think that's why I think Chelsea will be better in the cup rather than the league.
So, in regards to our signings, we did target one area, which was a striker. We brought in Joao Pedro and Liam Delap, but we still left ourselves short because we knew we needed a backup for Palmer. Exactly why we're happening now. And
No, you have a backup.
we panicked.
No,
It was
no.
a panic. It was a panic signing.
Bonanetto.
Yeah, it's a panic.
Oh, yeah,
we
Bonanetto,
were supposed to be Xavi Simons or Fermin Lopez. None of them came up with the door.
Fermin, I don't think Fermin was ever going. I don't think Fermin.
No, so the directors had him on the short list.
Bro, they set these Chelsea people, bro.
Honestly,
Bro, they set them up, bro. They set them up the whole summer. Fermin Lopez, Xavi Simons, we're getting this guy, we're getting that guy. And then at the end, they're looking at the left wing like, this is Jeremy Gittins and Bonanotti and Garnacho, and I'm sitting there, I'm all summer doing shows, doing videos about Chelsea are gonna cook, like you guys won the Club World Cup and you're cooking, and then I'm like, who are these people? Who's this? What are the options on the left? To be honest with you, they set me up for failure. I will never forgive some of my Chelsea friends that actually told me that Chelsea are gonna be title contenders. Broski, it's looking peak, bro. It's looking a little bit peak for Chelsea.
The only thing I can say is it's 5 games in.
I know what's going to happen at the end of the season. You guys are going to get Champions League football. You might reach us around the 16 or something, and you got to tell us. And you might win a Carabao Cup and FA Cup. You scrape top 4, and then comes the end of the season, Chelsea fans will be sitting on panels with me, and they'll tell me, well, but we achieved our target, We got our target, a proper Chelsea. And all this, 2-time Champions League winner, or champions of the world. They sit on panels and do this.
I'll be honest with you. The conversation we had yesterday on Ahwa was so refreshing because We've been cooking Arsenal for a while now, and City and everyone, and Verts, blah, blah, blah. Bro, the thing is, like, I think Chelsea deserve to get it worse than anyone else because their transfer window was pathetic. Their start of the season was very easy, and they just absolutely disappointed everyone. How the fuck you come out of Crystal Palace, Fulham, Brentford, and West Ham with 8 points, and then after that you lose to Man United? Sorry, Sal, but like probably the worst Man United we've seen in our life.
The worst Man United. It's not.
Yes, the worst Man United if you want to
hate
go
them lots.
factual, the worst Man United. we've seen in our life.
1974, but anyway, yeah, go on.
I hear it, 'cause we've seen
In
a
my
lot.
lifetime, the worst.
In our lifetime, at least, the worst Man United we've seen, bro. Like, how on earth? Like, what do you do to fix this? I don't know. Because we sit here, we say Arteta's a coward. I like Maresca, but this is the first week I ever criticized Maresca for cowardice. I've never done it before, but this is the first time I've ever said it. So, you know, I think he deserves to get cooked, basically, and so that is.
And honestly, I'm not going to defend any of the cooking. I'm not. You don't go to Manchester United, who has won 8 in 31 and make it 9 in 32. Especially in that manner. Man, get to cooking. I'm joining you.
You know what, though?
Can
I just say, though, it happens a lot, though. Everyone always writes off Man United. When it's at Old Trafford, things happen. I'm not for that whole thing. I know what you're saying, worst team, but they've got players. They've got players that can win.
Bro, that Fulham went there and eat. Fulham went there and
Fulham was at Craven Cottage.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
We drew 1-1, we missed the penalty.
Thank you.
So-
Old Trafford's different. It always happens. Hassan will tell you they knocked Liverpool out of the FA Cup. I'm just saying randomly. But
why is it you choose the one time that we lost though? FA Cup.
I'm just saying, Hassan, it happens at Old Trafford.
We beat them 3-0 in the Premier League convincingly last season with a better manager.
I'm just saying.
Bun that. I don't want to hear nothing. Bun that, bro. It's literal. Do you hear the track record? 8 in 31. And you go there. You don't defend anything. You play like that. You concede like that. And you make it 9 in 30. They didn't create a goal from open play, bro. What are we talking about? These men are scrubs.
Where was Chelsea's last win at Old Trafford? I was trying to remember that.
13 years ago, which is
2013.
more.
What one was that?
20,
Guys,
years.
I'm good with my knowledge.
12 years ago.
I know Javon and Sal probably know the answer to this, but the other
The last time you won, remember you beat us 2-1
Matt and
at
Ledge don't
Old
know the
Trafford.
answer. So let me ask them: who do you think is the last Chelsea manager to beat Man United? Guess, the Arsenal fans. This is how long ago it was. You'll never guess.
But I'm gonna guess because I'm going back. Would it have been?
Don't look at the chat. Don't cheat.
No. Look, I'm blocking it. I'm blocking the chat. Was it AVB? Am I bugging?
What's your guess, Ledge?
I think AVB. I'm gonna go with it.
I know it is anyway.
The last Chelsea manager to beat United was Rafael Benitez.
What? Oh my god!
At Old Trafford, the last one to beat was when Benitez.
That's bad. Okay.
Funnily enough, Ferguson
Can I ask
was
something for real, guys, before we go to Arsenal, to Sal? And I know we might we'll speak about Man United. Is there any world where Man United can finish in the top 5 ahead of like Chelsea or something like this?
But they do too much. They do too much.
I'm asking.
No
world. Impossible. Under Amarim, not happening.
Impossible.
One game is one thing.
Impossible.
One game is one thing. First of all, they have to win 2 games on a track. You know? Let me be shameless here. We gave them a win. Let's say
This is
that.
the thing. Man United have proven they could beat Chelsea. They've proven they could beat City away. They've proven they could beat Arsenal with 10 men in the FA Cup. They can do things like that. But Man United, it's about Brentford, Brighton, Newcastle, Everton. That's the problems we have, you know.
It's the
You need to get points.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
Wait there. Javon is showing too much energy. Let me say something. Man United have actually performed better than Chelsea this season.
All right, cool. But
Watch this.
It's
watch
5
this.
games.
Watch this. Who was the better side, United and Arsenal? No lie. Who was the better side?
Yeah, it was United, man.
Who was the better side, United, Fulham?
It was Bayende who messed it up, man. It was United
who
who
was
missed
the
the penalty.
better side,
and
United, Fulham?
United again, yeah.
Third game, who did United play?
City.
Burnley. We beat Burnley and
they beat Burnley.
We lost 3-0 to City.
No, there's a. Oh yeah, they haven't. No, who's the
It's 5 games, yeah.
And
5 games.
There's one game
Burnley,
I forget.
Fulham, Arsenal, City, Chelsea.
Yeah.
How do I know Man United?
Oh,
like,
Chelsea, yeah.
schedule?
Yeah, that was the one I
yeah.
was thinking about. Chelsea, they were the better side. So in 3 out of the 5 games, I knew there was one game missing, and it was the Chelsea game. In 3 out of the 5 games, they were actually the better side. Do it for Chelsea
Even-
now.
no.
Let Javon do it for Chelsea. Javon, do it for Chelsea.
All right. Crystal Palace, we were the better team, but Crystal Palace defended well. Against West Ham, that's not even a conversation.
Okay, yes.
And then against Brentford, listen, things happen after the international break. Things happen after the international break, right? Against Manchester United, listen, that's not the point. The point is over the course of
It's not,
38
it's like,
Point
it's not
proven.
the point.
Point proven.
Yeah.
You're missing Grimsby, you know. Wow.
Oh,
2 billion pound Chelsea were better.
Oh, yeah,
than
Mickey
Lincoln.
Mouse Cup. Come on, when we win the
Let's
League
all
Cup,
clap.
it's Mickey Mouse Cup.
Let's
No,
all
but when we
clap,
go
guys.
out,
They spent 2 billion to beat Lincoln.
But
City.
let me ask you something, Abs. Let me ask you something. Were you the better team against Lincoln? I dare you to lie. I dare you to lie because I watched the whole game.
You asking me this?
No, the chat.
it should have been a draw. Should have been.
Yeah.
A draw.
I ask you.
A draw
Who-
is generous.
Who is the better? Who is the better team? Who is the better team? Lincoln or Chelsea? Lincoln, without a shadow of a doubt. He's Arsenal. Abs is Arsenal fan, but they hate Man United. But anyway, the question about Arsenal actually, what is it like, bro? I'm still actually looking at this and I'm like, you read the news, you think the Arsenal get relegated.
thank you, Mo. Tell him again.
Here we go. Let me put the 3 Arsenal fans next to each other. Yeah.
Wait,
Ah,
what? Getting relegated?
Here, over here, you see me, Sal, and Javon. Where are the people objective about Arsenal? Put the 3 positive Arsenal
Why
fans
do you
next to
think
each other.
you are objective? I'm not objective. When did I lie about Arsenal? When did
No.
I ever lie?
Listen, we've got 2 Arsenal fans. Can they tell us their opinion? How about you ask one of them? a
How
question?
about I
Let
turn
the
off my
delusion
camera?
begin.
Yes.
Hey, you
So
just had
hi.
your delusion. Don't worry about us.
Yes. Hi, Ledge. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Matt. Thank you for joining us. Ledge, I'm going to start off with you. Are Arsenal
sir.
going to get relegated?
Impossible.
I'm
That's
just
another
joking.
impossible one.
I'm just joking.
I know you are, but you know.
You take on
Arsenal
Newcastle this
the only
Sunday. What do you
clubs
think
that
of
have
that
never
game?
been relegated
I
in
am-
the top flight football. Yeah?
Arsenal have been relegated 1920 something.
Oh, please, oh no, it's not. It's never
They have
happened.
been relegated once.
No, we
Bro.
haven't, bro. Over 100 years.
Look in the
check it.
1920s, bro.
But the caveat to these statements you gotta say in your lifetime.
Narratives, man. Narratives, bro. Narratives. That's what it is. you
Yeah,
know.
go on, Sam.
Shifting the goalpost.
Yeah, I asked you, what do you think of the Newcastle game this Sunday? Talk to me.
So Newcastle game, I am shook. I'm not gonna come here talking smack. Yeah, Newcastle done a number on us last season, and to be fair, it's been a number of seasons where we go up to Newcastle and it's just been a tough match. It's been, nothing short of like some crap happening with the ref, disallowed goals, balls going over the line, but they don't call it, and apparently no one ever speaks about it again. And it didn't affect us. It didn't affect our title challenge. Apparently, everyone forgets about that. That random game at Newcastle. So I think the Newcastle game is gonna be a real test to Arsenal this season in regards to the games that we have played. Obviously, we've had Liverpool and City, but if we look at those games, the way Arteta fielded the team in regards to Moreno playing CAM and Trossard starting and just doing some crazy stuff with the lineup, the performances haven't been great, or to the standard of most Arsenal fans, in my personal opinion. So we're going to really see where Arsenal's at against Newcastle, and we're going to see what team he actually puts up there, because right now, no one knows what he's going to do. I'm not sure, bro. I swear to God, I know for a fact I'm expecting Miles Lewis-Skelly left wing, bro. He's going to do something crazy. It's
So
frustrating.
let's say he goes with the 3 terrorist midfield. What do you think then?
free terrorist midfield. Anything could happen. You know why? Anything could happen because it's clear that with the 3 terrorist midfield, right? The first time he did it against Liverpool, that was, due to a wonder goal. That's why we lost that game. So if anything, that game should have probably ended in a draw if the wonder goal didn't happen. Yeah. So shout out to Bosley for that crazy free kick. And then we go again against City. We showed nothing in that game. Absolutely nothing. Where he knew he had to change it halfway through. So if he then starts the game against Newcastle with that midfield, he's clearly just hell-bent on being, I don't know, got a big PG here. He's hell-bent on being a
dickhead. Let me say something real quick. And I just want you guys to...
Javon's energy now will come up. Chelsea fans like...
literally, bro. They love you.
Listen,
all of a sudden,
no.
There's Duracell battery. He's ready.
We're talking about football here, and I want you guys to think about this logically. If there's any time to play that dire midfield, it's against Newcastle, because you're going up against one of the most physical midfields in the league. If there's any time to play that midfield, it is against Newcastle. Use Eze off the left. Use Eze off the left. I don't know if he trusts Doman to play off the right against that physical team in Newcastle.
No way.
He probably won't.
I wouldn't.
If he wants to try and come back with Newcastle's physicality and the intensity, because is it at St. James's Park?
Yeah, away.
Yeah, man. Death row midfield versus death row midfield. That should be a cracker match.
Nah, I'm not
need to
gonna
play
lie.
Eze in that game.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think
Play him off the left.
Yeah, no, Arteta is a guy who likes to do things in threes. Yeah, and I don't know if Arsenal fans notice this, but I feel like I'm probably the only Arsenal fans ever noticed this. When this guy does something, he'll do it 3 times. If it doesn't work on the 3rd occasion, that's when he changes it. He never changes it on the 2nd occasion.
What are you, Arteta Defense League? What is this, bro? What the fuck is this?
No, this ain't no Arteta Defense League. I'm not defending him. There's no defense here. You haven't heard me say we're gonna win the game.
It doesn't work on the first time. It doesn't work on the second time. He fixes it on the 3rd time.
No. I'm saying I'm scared that he's gonna do it again. I have full belief that Arteta is most likely going to do it again because in his book,
and you think it's wrong? And you think it's wrong?
Of course it's wrong.
Why it's wrong?
We are challenging for a title, Mo. Yeah.
Are you though?
Of course we are.
Yes.
We've done it for the last 3 seasons. Number 1. This season we've had the right reinforcements made in regards to signings. So we have the depth that we have literally needed for the last 2 seasons at a minimum. So as far as I'm concerned, even if it's 5 games in and we're 5 points behind Liverpool, we are still up for a challenge.
100%.
Thank you very much. So for that reason alone, he can't be fielding defensive teams like Moreno and CAM when you have Ethan and Wary that can play that position and Eze that can play that position. So there are 2 players that can play that position instead of Mikel Moreno. On top of that, we don't have any more strikers. All we have is Gyökeres. So if Gyökeres goes down and Moreno is playing in CAM, where's Moreno going to play? I mean, Moreno has to go up front if Gyökeres goes down, sorry. So, like, it's a dire situation in regards to what he's doing. He's losing his mind. There's no reason for him to be playing Moreno. And if, like I said, if Gyökeres goes down, who replaces Gyökeres? Is it going to be Martinelli? It can't be Martinelli. It can't be Trossard. Them guys are not effective enough. What Moreno has showed us up front is that he's effective up front, but he's not effective in midfield. So, like, there are so many things you can take into consideration in regards to the lineup, but there is no way you should be fielding 3 CDMs. Like, it's not right. It's just,
so let me
no
ask you a
logic
question.
to it.
So let me ask you a question. You've seen how Newcastle plays. You see what the atmosphere is like at St. James's Park, and you know that the intensity and physicality.
Don't hit the table. No, because it's really like coming into.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. What midfield would you have gone with, or would you go with coming up against this Newcastle team?
It's the midfield. I'm sure practically almost every Arsenal fan will go with, which is Rice, Zubimendi, and Eze. That's my midfield three. Rice, Zubimendi, and Eze. Eze needs to start, especially in
Who's hitting the table?
No one's hitting the table, by the way. What do you mean?
Because you guys don't have headphones. You don't hear it.
No.
We
Go
don't
ahead.
have headphones.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
One of my hands is holding this, the other hand is holding my foot. The table is.
I'm really
Now
hearing like someone like banging on a table or something. Anyway,
No,
go
no
ahead.
one
I'm
is-
sorry.
Leave and rejoin. Let me ask Matt a question. Matt,
Yes, go ahead. Ready.
someone's echoing now. That's you, Mo, by the way. So you need to leave and rejoin. Matt, why do you feel like I've disrespected Arsenal? Go ahead. Because
No, no,
I know you ain't touching anyone else, so go for it.
No,
Start.
listen, on a serious note, I said to Mo before, I'm messing around. Listen, I've seen you do videos where we do well, you praise us. You do. Like, I think for me, I just want to allude to what you said, right? My thing with Arsenal, everyone looks to, we've got to beat this team, that team. There's 3 teams that I always look and I think we've got to beat. Villa, Newcastle, Fulham. They are so annoying. They take points away from us every season. Draw here. I think Fulham 1-1. Was it Villa? We didn't beat them last season. Newcastle, we beat them second the time. First time around, they beat us because the flags were going at St. James's, all this and that. I want to see how we cope with that because I think Hassam alluded to earlier. This game is massive. I don't care. Whatever way you want to look around it, we can shirk around it. Liverpool play before us, right? They're playing Crystal Palace away. There's a 5-point gap now. If Liverpool go and win that game at Palace, which to God, please no, right? They go 8 points clear. We go into that game at St. James's thinking, we can't lose this. Like even a draw for me, I look at that and I'll be like, 7 points? It's still a lot. The only thing I can say is we would have played.
But you know what is gonna happen, Matt? Liverpool are gonna draw, and then you're gonna draw, and they're gonna spin it as positive.
You know how, yeah, you know how it goes, Mo. You know how it goes. But
I think a
No,
draw
no.
away at Palace is a good result. Why are we lying?
No. You Arsenal fans are gonna spin it as a positive.
yeah, no, they know and they will. But for me, I look at it and I go, Palace, please, I'm beaten in 17. Please, you can do it. You can. Ekitike did this and he's suspended. Come on, yeah. I trust in you, lot. But I think, the pressure's firmly on us from then. But what I always like, I like playing the big teams early on, away from home as well. We've been to Anfield. This will be St. James's. Where else will we have played? I think we've got West Ham coming up home. Chelsea, is it November? So first half of the season, we get a lot of them out of the way. Because I'm telling you now, come the second half of the season, when you hit March, April, May, games thick and fast, I don't want St. James's on a Monday night. I don't want Villa Park. I'm big on these type of things. And as an Arsenal fan, I've been through it. Champions League where they beat us, Ben White own goal. The one where, was it Callum Wilson scored? They just annoy me, Newcastle.
Your biggest moment in the Champions League is Arshaban, so we know.
Anyway.
We will never get bigger than that.
Anyway, no, but on a serious note, listen, Barcelona, I'm nervous in the sense of what we're going to do if Liverpool go and win and we lose to, look at Sam laughing, and we lose to Newcastle.
Stop playing football.
That's 8 points. But I think everyone thinks about Newcastle, you've always got to go physical with physical. Sometimes you've got to have that little bit of a spark when you play them, which is why Eze is important. We saw Liverpool go there. Newcastle went down to 10 men, but they're at it. Anthony Gordon's back as well, which is very annoying. You know, you've got Voltemada, I don't know how he'll fare. So it's a tough game. But I'm telling you guys now, and note this, if we beat Newcastle away from home, I'm saying it now, we win the Premier League. Yeah, I said it. Yes, I said it.
How? No, bro. How is your judgment Newcastle? Don't do this to
So
us.
do you know why? Do you know why, bro? There's always specific away games. They're like, like Fulham, Man United fans will tell you, and Liverpool fans will tell you. There's been tricky games. Fulham are that team, you can go in the best form. Suddenly, Alex Iwobi's feeling it. Rodrigo Muniz turns into prime Firmino. Like, they're just that type of anointing at Craven Cottage. You go to Aston Villa, they're not the same team this year, but they were doing it the last 2 seasons against us. Newcastle, I look at because the way they've dealt with us the last couple of years at St. James. I think that last win we had was when the season was done, when Odegaard scored from outside the box, we gave them 2-0. They're a tough team to beat, but I use them as a benchmark because we went to Anfield, Soboslai free kick.
I think they're a tough team to beat.
Quickly, Ledge, let me just read this right here. Happy Saliba renewal day, folks. RIP agendas. Also, what's up with the mentality of Ekitike, Hussam? The likes up. You know something, Martin? I realized something. You guys want to be Liverpool so bad, but you can't be, and you never will be. Like, you will never ever be Liverpool in your life. You want to be us so bad that you use such shit examples. Scoring a winner is not the same as scoring an equalizer. Where is the mentality of Ekitike? One was an equalizer in a must-win game. The other was a winner. That's the difference, Martin. If you just check the score, when Ekitike scored, it was 2-1 to Liverpool. When Martinelli scored, it was 1-1 in a must-win game. And now you're 5 points behind because of your mentality. You get me? So big up. Arteta shares your mentality. You go right after your manager. Anyway, go ahead, Matt. What were you saying?
Do you know what? Someone just said in the comments, which is true as well, by the way. I know Barnes, you've got Barnes and Gordon, but I think the lack of Isak might help us because Isak is the only one of the few strikers I've looked at and he's bullied Gabriel and Saliba. So I'm hoping, Voltamada is new to the league. Maybe we can just nullify Gordon and Barnes. I just want to win. I don't care if we do what Liverpool did. You know what I mean? Like a last-minute winner, just win at St. James's. And naturally, that will give you confidence going to the next games. Because if you look at it, West Ham at home, then you've got Fulham. Bro, we don't leave London in October. People will look at that. Champions League, our away games in the league, we don't leave London in October. No excuses. Win every single game and keep the gap to within 5 points, and we win.
You know what I like? I like this statement. There's no excuses and everything. But to be honest with you, do you guys expect Arsenal to win?
I do. I expect Arsenal to win.
We can sit here and say, oh yeah, Arsenal should be winning. They must. Are you expecting?
They must. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, Mo. There is no. For me personally, there is no draw in this game. Even a lackluster performance would make me lose a hair strand or something, because I'm not sitting here in a season where we should be challenging and we're continuously having terrible performances. We're only 5 games in, so it's not much to judge off, right? But it's definitely something to have a look at. Liverpool already running away with 5 points, and like Matt stated, if they do win the game, that's 8 points. So, and if we were to drop points in that game, yeah, that's 8 points behind them. We can't afford that right now. In fact, we can't afford that for the entirety of the whole season, as far as I'm concerned. So, this game is a must win, and the way it must be won must be in a way that is convincing. Not we've been pinned back for 90 minutes and we snatch it with a goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not. That's not what I'm looking for.
You know what, bro?
So can I ask you a question then?
Go on.
I think you asking for a performance at St. James's Park is kind of unfair, given where you're going. I get it. I get your squad, but then you have some of your best players out. Wouldn't asking for a performance there, you kind of have to give it a leeway?
They have no one out. They have zero. They have no one out, but Odegaard.
There's no one out. There's no
Is
one
it
out.
Saka's back?
Yeah.
Saka's back, yeah.
Oh,
Saka
okay.
played against Port Vale, mate.
So yeah,
I don't watch Arsenal. I didn't watch Arsenal Cup game. I had better things to do. I work.
Hey,
I watch Premier League games.
Javon, you're 100% right. You get me? You worked with me a day before that. You see, I went and got a haircut, beard cut, everything. I chose my mental health. Why
Right.
should I put myself to sleep for 2 hours? By the way, if you think I'm saying this is a troll,
All that.
the positive Arsenal fans on AFTV and everywhere were saying it. Lee Judges, who's pro Arteta, said the same thing. Oh wow, guys! Jesus is out.
Game against Port Vale was
Jesus and Havertz are out, guys.
Anyways,
Listen,
my question.
You're right, Travarelli, man. You got us there. Jesus and Havertz.
Sorry, go on, Javon.
By the way, guys, we don't have the whole squad fit because Leone's out. So against Palace, you get me. I can't play Leone.
My point is, shouldn't Newcastle be one of those grounds where you kind of give a leeway to the performance? Just get the 3 points on move.
Personally, for me, that is one of the grounds where Grandad will just get the win. Because, you know, for me, it's the mental. For the players afterwards, you'll see if we win at St. James's, naturally, it's like, all right, cool. Like, we won there. Because when you haven't won at a ground for so long, however, I know you're shaking your head. I see you, bro. However, Newcastle's one of them, just get the win. Liverpool went and done it, right? And yeah, it was last minute. They battled through. They got the win at St. James's. Now they're 5 points clear. Now the pressure's on. You know, they're going to go to Palace and lose. But it's one of them things, you know, that's irrelevant.
Matt,
yeah, I just want to see us go to Newcastle, put in a performance. If it's nice, 3-0, whatever, cool. If it's 2-1 win, I don't mind.
I'll
Own
be
goal
honest, I
by
can't wait for
It
this
starts,
weekend.
guys. Let me just tell you guys, it's starting now already in game week 6. Probably the same as last season. The injuries excuses have started. Mr. Travarelli in the chat and some of the rest of the Arsenal fans in the chat are saying that Havertz is out, Madueke is out, Gabriel Jesus is out, Hincapie is out. It's already starting. So, but
there's
listen,
no excuse.
you know what? If Arsenal don't win in St.
I'm
James'
not having.
it is
I'm not having
because
No
it is
excuses.
it is because of Hincapie. You know, like Hincapie is injured. That is what, like, just my bro.
Oh.
You know what, Travarelli? You saying this,
Oh God. What?
I am genuinely. This is it.
Question to the Arsenal fans.
I'll never
If
send
you wanna,
my
if you
money.
wanna comment again on the channel, Travarelli, you know my DMs are open. You can fucking text me.
Oh.
Otherwise, fuck off. Go watch someone else.
Yeah, what do you mean you would never want to? We
I'm
never
done
send my
now.
money.
See,
Who's
I am
asking you
res-
for money?
I am respectfully interacting with your comments. That's within the show. And then you say that, so go fuck off. Watch someone else. Maybe you can go and make fun of someone else. And you can just go watch someone. I'm going to ban you on my channel as well. Simple.
No,
Yes.
it's
What
true.
was,
You
what
can't
was the
finish.
be-
excuse
you
last
can't be
season? The Queen
disrespectful.
died or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, you can't
it
be
the Queen died?
disrespectful.
Anyway,
or-
I blocked him actually. Listen, I'm tired of
Crazy.
him. I'm tired.
Crazy.
I'm tired of him.
So do you guys, to the
Seriously.
Arsenal fans, right?
Yeah.
Do you
Like, we
think
got two honest Arsenal fans here on this channel. Sorry, Gavin. Like, they say we gotta have good performance. We gotta win.
Will the
especially if
Jesus and
Liverpool win.
Havertz injuries affect you for
When,
this
like,
Sunday?
even if Jesus is fit, I promise you, with Havertz, like with the team that is Arsenal have now, Jesus might not be even the team that actually go to Newcastle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Havertz, fine.
yeah. No, but you know what?
you
though?
don't understand. Havertz, fine,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But that's why you sign Eucharist. Who's fresh.
Listen, there's no
I don't
excuse from
expect
us Arsenal
like
fans.
Jesus to even be there. Havertz will be a bench option, but if everyone's fit in the starting 11, then that's what we're looking at. That's why I brought up Leone. When
We
we,
have a
speak, like
squad, no
when we
excuse.
touch on Liverpool Crystal Palace, I'm not gonna say, "Oh my God, we don't have Leone." Bro, what kind of dumb logic is that? You have
Listen,
to
there's no excuse.
Like Liverpool even don't come and say Gomez. I swear to you, Liverpool in the beginning of the season, Gomez was injured, by the way. They never came and said Gomez is injured. Why? As long as Konate is fit, he's the starter.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
But
you
you know
cannot-
what though? I feel like it depends what Arsenal fans you listen to. I see Arsenal fans online sometimes. I'm like, bro, there's no excuses. We went and signed all these
You
players.
got a good team. Eucharist, Eze,
exactly. The squad-
Saka, available, Rice, Zubamed. You got a
the
good
squad's
team.
there.
Hey, Matt, you're saying just go there and get the win. You're telling
Yes,
you're saying this now, and you're saying just go there and get the win.
Yeah.
I disagree with that. That doesn't instill any confidence in me moving.
No, bro,
forward.
no. I know what you're saying, but what you need to understand is we're not playing like West Ham at home, where I want flashy, couple of goals. Newcastle is one of them grounds. Get in, get out. We can go back to like Villa. We
Hold
played
on,
Villa
no, look, this whole Newcastle one of them grounds thing only started 3 seasons ago when we
but
started
it's
competing.
back, though.
Bro, when we started competing, this never happened 5 years ago. No one said, "Oh, Arteta's going to thingy." Oh my days, he's going to lose.
I know, but do you know what? Okay, do you know what? Let me, Hossam, let me chuck at you quickly. Liverpool fan, right?
Yes.
You go to Liverpool, yes, it's Liverpool. Go to Newcastle, you won. Do you want flashy performance, or is it a get in, get out, get your win, and that's it?
As a Liverpool fan, I want to win and get out.
I just think that's it. Yeah.
But you just have to, honestly, there's some grounds, and unfortunately, Old Trafford is one of them for me. There's some grounds you just want to win.
Just
And it is what it is.
Okay, I can understand Zuman's mindset. Husam's, Matt's, and sorry, bro, I don't know your name.
Javon.
I can understand you guys' mindset, right? But to me, right, moving forward, the only teams that we should be going to their grounds and saying, "Oh, we should leave with a point," is a team challenging for the title. If it's not challenging for the title, I don't care, bro. You need to win the game and smoke them. I'm not listening to bogey teams. Bogey teams always happen. It's like there's a cycle for bogey teams. I can't remember what a bogey team was before.
No, bro,
Newcastle.
we had a few. Blackburn away, Bolton,
Yeah,
Reebok
but,
Stadium.
but that's
so,
what I mean. It
Yeah.
always happens. So
Yeah.
it's a cycle. This cycle of Newcastle being a bogey team needs to end. I'm sorry, they're not on our level. Like we're challenging for a title. The only we need to be going to City and saying, "Oh my days, we're lucky if we get a point." Going to Liverpool and saying we're lucky if we get a point. Not going to Newcastle and the team challenging for top 5, or European place, telling me, "Oh, we're lucky for winning." I understand the Premier League is the competition it is because everyone can beat everyone, but when you're a top club, you're not scared of anyone. Like say when City were bossing it for years, no one's telling me, "Oh, City's going over here, they're shook over here." When Liverpool were bossing it, no one's telling me, "Oh, I'm lucky if we get a point over there." No, go over there and win the game.
But you're not bossing it. What do you thought? You're not bossing it, bro.
But that's my point. That's my point, Javon. We need to start.
He's not bossing it.
Bro, I hear you. But let me just say, I hear you. But if you go back to title winning side, let's go back to Fergie, right? And us guys might remember. I remember Man United winning like a 1-0 at Blackburn away and like Stoke away. Was it Hernandez, Rooney, Tevez? Sometimes it's a case of you can want to play flashy. I hear it. And I remember, was it Man United beat Liverpool away, John O'Shea winner, wasn't it, as well?
Man United won the league in 2013 playing awful football. It was just
sometimes just get your 1-0, get your 2-1s, and it will be. You can look back and go,
3-2.
You can be like, you are crap, you are useless, but
but that's
you're still within 5 points.
I agree. Listen, I agree with that. I'm not saying they have to be flashy and score 5 goals. I'm saying win the game convincingly. You can win the game convincingly with a 1-0 win.
Actually, I disagree with you here. I disagree with you. Just win the game in regardless of the performance. That's Newcastle, St. James's Park.
Bro, that's what I've been saying. But here's what. At the end of the day, it's fans like you that will go there, play open football, and get demolished. And man like me and Dan will laugh.
Open football,
right?
Bro, they're not competing for a title. We're a different level.
I know.
It doesn't matter. You know something I learned recently, and I found out recently. It doesn't matter where you are on the food table in this Premier League. A team who has nothing to play for would turn up against your side just because. This is the Premier League, bro. And you're going to St. James's Park.
Arsenal don't have that right now.
Brother, show respect to the opposition. Because if you go there with this chest, you will get slapped down.
Okay, that part I agree with. I want to point something out right now. I think watching the Premier League now in 2025, I think it's the best it's ever been. And I think now all these mid-table clubs, it's no longer a given beating them.
Facts.
Liverpool, by the way, I'm a Liverpool fan. You guys are all saying Liverpool is amazing, incredible, blah, blah, blah. Great. I think a draw away at Palace is a good result. No bullshit.
It is. Right, this version of Palace,
right now, a draw away at Palace is a good result. Unless anyone here expects Liverpool to win 38 games, which is obviously not going to happen.
I think the league's not as good as the 90s, though.
It's better now than it's ever been.
No, the talent's more better, I think. Back in the 90s.
I think it's more.
You just need to look at strikers, midfielders, defenders. You know, I can go on and on.
That's two different arguments because the quality back then.
Bro, Man United fans will always say these stuff, just to make their accomplishments better than anyone else.
Look at Inter Milan.
Look at Inter Milan. We're not talking about Italian football. Italian football is dead now.
Look at the Premier League then. Southampton had
You wanna tell me that the difference in the levels between the Fulhams and the Brightons and the way they play football now is the same as the difference back in the days?
It was better.
Yeah, bro. Sal, I grew up when Spurs, right? When I was started watching the league, Spurs never won against Man United. Never. It was always a given game to Man United. It was always a given game.
You had different teams. You had Blackburn Rovers. Look at Blackburn.
And now you have different teams. And now you have different teams.
Come on.
And now you have different teams.
Arsenal, Liverpool. Liverpool had Stan Collymore.
Bro, you watching okay, listen. You're talking to me about going to St. James's Park now? What? Like, you go there, it's hell. Bro, it's not easy.
Did you see St. James's Park back in the 90s with Asprilla, with Shearer, with Ferdinand, with Ginola?
3 seasons when you dominated the league as well. But anyway, I'm not going to the discussion. Don't want to go back to this. For Arsenal, to be honest with you, and the league, and Liverpool going to Crystal Palace, honest to God, okay, hand to heart, I see Liverpool winning the game and Arsenal drawn. To be
I
honest.
think Liverpool lose, you know.
I honestly see.
I don't like. It's not. I see the more probability for me is this. I don't think it's out of the realms of possibility to say that
What's the
Liverpool.
big probability? Say that again. Sorry.
The bigger probability is Liverpool winning and Arsenal drawing at St James's Park.
In my opinion, based on how the league has,
But
based
when
on how the
people- when
league
peop-
has gone this season,
Yeah.
and based on how Liverpool has been playing, I see them.
We are the new Real Madrid, baby.
Yeah,
Let's
I
go.
see them. I see them scraping away with a win, and
I think they
Arsenal
lose.
does have
That's,
the mentality
so that's
to
why
win.
when I say the probability of Liverpool winning probably is 50%. Draw, for example, 30-40%, and then lose 10%. I think the more probable thing, and you will watch it in the algorithms and the optas and stuff, that Liverpool will be favorites to win the game. Arsenal against Newcastle, right? I see the more probable situation is Arsenal drawing the game.
Arsenal win that game for me.
Yeah, but hold on. That's your hope. That's what
No.
you think.
Same way you're hoping that they draw. The same way I hope they win.
I don't hope that they draw. See, that's what you don't understand. I need Arsenal to win and Liverpool to lose.
I think Liverpool lose anyway. I do.
You don't
Really.
understand my point of view is content. If Liverpool win and Arsenal don't win, content goes down. Like I lose even interest in talking about the Premier League. I need to switch to talk about the basketball or something. Can you imagine being in September and like 7-8 points? Like even Liverpool
worry,
fans will lose. Will Liverpool will lose like interest because there's not going to be any discussion about it. To be honest. with you.
So
When Liverpool come to Stamford Bridge, you take points off of them.
But in the same time,
Javon, you'll beat them.
there is a difference between what I want and what I think more likely to happen. Right? You know what I mean? What more likely to happen is Liverpool get the win at the end, as Javin said. Like they get a win at the end, steal a goal here and there. And Arsenal, it's a very tough game for Arsenal. I think it's winnable. I think it's a winnable game for you because I don't think that Newcastle has been great at all. They scored 3, conceded 3. And they haven't been good. But it depends. But for some whatever reason, freaking Newcastle, they see fucking Arsenal and they are like turned into fucking prime Real Madrid. You know, like I don't know what goes on in their head, but these guys see Arsenal Football Club and it's hell. Bro, Eddie Howe, 10 players attacking in minute 96 against Liverpool and instead of taking the points.
Yeah.
Where was his mind? Where was his mind? They're playing 10 men, leaving 1 man behind and attacking with 8 players. Where is your head, bro? Where is your head? But anyway.
No, do you know what? I think I don't know why. I got a feeling I think Liverpool lose. I do. I really, really do. Hassam, I'm not just saying it. I genuinely believe.
Mo, that's hopium. That's hopium.
And you know what?
That's
You know what?
hopium, man.
It's what? When there's Mateta, the boom boom, yeah, I'm doing it too in my living room. I'm doing that little kick team. Listen,
No,
Liverpool are gonna
I'll
lose.
celebrate. I ain't gonna
The
lie,
fact-
shamelessly.
So what happens when
Listen,
You know
both
what I'm
teams
doing
lose?
in my living room?
What happens if both
And
teams
you know
lose?
what? I'm telling you now,
He's so
guys.
shameless with the most expensive
So
like
annoying.
player in
And
the
I'm telling
history
you now,
to actually score a tap
Hey,
in
none of
again
you
like
can
this.
now run the dumbass agendas anyway because both of my strikers have scored.
Oh, that's why he did this. That's why he did that.
Mr. Isak
Yeah.
scored already. You get me? He scored.
Yeah.
already.
So what happens if both teams lose?
do you know what? If the
Nothing.
gap stays as
Nothing.
wide, yeah, bro, I'm
Nothing.
smiling. I'm smiling.
If both teams lose, Arsenal fans should be fuming.
What?
Fuming.
No way.
Yeah.
If both teams, no,
Hold
let me
on.
make something clear.
Hold on.
If we lose to
He's
Palace
right,
and a
though.
day
He's
after,
right.
no, this is
He's
great.
He's
right.
right. He's
No,
right.
let me say
He's right,
something.
though.
No,
Yes,
I have
sir.
to say something. If
He's right, though.
if Liverpool lose to Crystal Palace and a day after Arsenal lose to Newcastle, and we bring up mentality, and any Arsenal fan starts crying, you're a fraud. You have to
Facts.
No,
accept
okay.
it.
In terms of
Yeah,
that,
he's right. Like,
Listen.
bro, they present you a chance to close the gap to 2
of
points,
course.
and then you
Of course.
don't. Like, come on.
Fuming.
now.
But no, I hear you. But then at the same time, the points gap is not getting extended. So it'll still be 5. I hear it. But I want to win. We've got to. If Liverpool go and lose, Arteta needs to be in that thing and going, bro, go and win this game, get it to 2, and then I think you've got the next 6 fixtures, as I said, West Ham, Palace, Fulham. I want wins. Nothing but because Liverpool are scraping wins, and if they score one more last-minute winner, my head will be on Mars. If I see one more this weekend,
Get ready.
Nah, I'm not doing it again. Anyway, let me not stress. They're pissing me off.
Brother, we made the Carabao Cup dramatic.
Jesus Christ, so funny. Now, do you know what? Palace are unbeaten in 17. I believe in Glasner. I believe in Glasner.
No problem, but this time it won't be a 90th minute winner. It'll be a 90th minute equalizer.
Look,
So,
There is a couple of super chat. Let me do this. I'm sorry. This guy should be sponsored by Bird's Eye Waffle.
who, me?
I don't know who.
Like,
I don't know who.
Evan,
Who
I
Evan?
think everyone here is a waffler,
The St. James Park is a tough place to go.
but it is a tough place to go.
It is.
Evan.
Get out of here, man. Exactly.
To be
man.
fair, Evan, it is a tough place to go.
Have you been to St. James's
there.
Park? Have
Chelsea
you been
lost
there
there
as an
last
away
season.
fan?
We needed like a more all-timer performance to even get a draw last season at St. James Park. Like it ain't
Oh,
easy.
yeah. bro.
Ignore that, Bammo. Hope you're good, lads. We're good. Thank you. Alhamdulillah. We're good. We're good.
It's not
We're
about
good. Thank you,
ignore
sir.
that. I'll say this. Look, like he's insinuating basically that Mo's saying all this for money. But me and Mo have argued this like even off stream. He fully believes it. I say what I believe. Mo say what he believes. It's just the reality. No one on this channel says stuff for money. Other channels do that, not us. We state our honest opinions and we substantiate it with the facts. That's it. If you think that Jesus and Havertz is the reason why you can't beat Newcastle this Sunday, then you're the one with problems.
Then you
not Mo.
haven't. Then you haven't
Time
moved
out,
as a team.
time out.
Then you haven't moved as a team. So you haven't invested. You haven't added the likes of Eze. You haven't added the likes of Eucharist, Zubamendi. If these players are out, yes, you can say yes, but you have added the quality for you to actually go to St. James's Park and try to at least win the game.
I've
Like,
seen the
I
vision.
believe the Arsenal can win the game.
I've seen the
Like,
vision.
the-
We're going to win. We're going to win it. We're going to win.
You've seen it already. You've
We're
seen
going to
it
win.
already.
Eze is turning up this weekend. What? We're
Eze
ready.
doesn't play for Palace anymore.
You see this guy? See?
That's actually funny.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
That's actually funny. Yeah.
I'll give you that. Very annoying, but I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Bro.
If he starts, is it?
If Arteta doesn't start Moreno in the midfield, is it up? The problem is, I know that it's going to be Eucharist, Saka, is it? Moreno, Zubamendi, Rice. You know that. Against that midfield. You know what the problem is? Well, Jess this morning said something very true, and I didn't realize it until she actually pointed it. She said, so he played Moreno to be more safer in terms of we lose the ball, and Moreno's the one who lost the ball the most in Arsenal's half every time he was pressed. It doesn't make it. So yeah, now
Moreno does nothing effective for us in midfield. Absolutely niche, bro. If he's playing 8, 10, 6, whatever position, bro, he does nothing. He's better up front as the second striker, clearly, than he is a midfielder.
Well, you guys don't hear what Javon said though. Isn't this the time Loki to play like against Newcastle?
I do agree.
You need the physicality in midfield. You cannot go to St. James's Park.
Fight terrorism with terrorism.
Exactly. This is the time to play. And I have a feeling he won't.
Think about what he's saying. Can Bruno Guimaraes, Tonali, and Joelinton bully your three? I'm talking about bully. Forget anything else. They can't.
100%.
They can't. No, they can't bully them.
I think
Those three,
Jonathan elbows and does WWE. Like he's on his next hype. But I think that's why playing something like an Eze, you got to get them free running around. They're so rigid in the thing turn up. Just get at. Oh, sorry, I'm getting so frustrated now, guys, because I'm seeing. As I said, the vision is there. I see the 3-1 win, but I just think you've got to get at these lot, and maybe to play them early in the season, like Javon said. Maybe it's a good time. No Visa, Voltamada will play. Gordon's the one that worries me because he doesn't stop running the whole damn game. Like even he did against Liverpool. Unfortunately, when they went down to 10 men and Liverpool got lucky again. But it happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the best bet would be to play Eze off the wing because again, Zubimendi can get bodied off the ball easily, especially if you don't pair him with two other midfielders that are physical as much in the midfield. So again, this would be the time to play Moreno, Rice, and just when Zubi's on the ball, have him progress the play. But you probably won't, and then I'll be left laughing. So
yeah, there's no way Moreno starts at midfield for me. I think Moreno starts at midfield. We're gonna have another cagey game. no attack, no creativity. You've seen when Eze plays the 10, he knows exactly what to do. He's literally made the right pass twice already, like to consistent assist. So Eze knows when the players are running forward. Eze knows when to make the right pass. So it makes no sense.
We will see, but listen, just the last. I wanted to ask actually about Brentford.
First of all, hit the like button, guys. And
the like,
subscribe.
guys, come on.
Yeah, let's get the likes.
Sal, about Man United. I know that, Matt, if you have to go, I know that. Sal, about Manchester United. Is this a revival, the Chelsea game? Is this where Man United get better?
Nah, man. I have to wait and see until Saturday, man. I have to wait and see till Saturday because we've been here before, you know. We beaten Man City, we lose to West Brom, you know, we beat Chelsea, we lose to Burnley. That's how we do things, you know. So I want to see on Saturday. And also, I can't really read too much into the game on Saturday because we usually start well anyway in games. And then Chelsea went down to 10 men. So I can't really analyze it to a point where I'm like, yeah, we're back. Because 9 of those players played in the Europa League final, man. You know, I don't trust them. They can easily go to Liverpool, get a draw, but they can easily just as much lose to Southampton. That's Man United, you know. And this is the thing. It's a cultural thing. It's up here, mentality. That's what's wrong with Man United at the moment. So don't be surprised if we don't beat Brighton on Saturday. But if we beat Brighton, I'm going to be a little bit more giddy, definitely, you know, because then we can beat Sunderland, and then that's 3 in a row, isn't it? And then we got international break before the Liverpool game. So I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be all right, to be honest with you. But I'm cautiously optimistic, man.
You don't think that you're going to get anything against Liverpool, do you?
Yeah. What?
Yeah,
it's Liverpool. It's at Anfield. We drew 2-2 there last season. We should have won. Maguire missed an open goal. We should have won 3-2. Yeah, we can do it. Of course we could beat Liverpool. Come on. I mean, I have to be positive, man. If I'm not going to be positive, who's going to be positive? You know, it's Liverpool against Man United. It's the biggest game in England. You know, you have to be up for it. Do you know what I mean? You have to believe, bro. Oh, there's no point.
If you beat Liverpool, yeah, bro.
If we beat Liverpool, man.
No need to beat Liverpool at Anfield. The draw at Anfield is a good result.
Nowadays, it's a very good result. It's not only that; it's that we went toe to toe with Liverpool. We didn't just sit back and wait for them to score. You know, we went toe to toe with Liverpool. But this is
honestly fuck the Premier League because they made this game straight after the international break as well.
I know it's bad for Man United because we're bad. The record is that we beat Burnley. Then after the international break, we lost to Man City, and I'm worried about it, man. To be honest with that, but I think we can get a draw. I think we can get a draw. You know. If we can win our next 2, I think we'll get a draw, to be honest with you. Maybe a win, maybe a John O'Shea moment, you know, one of them ones. You never know. Last minute open goal.
Yeah, bro. I'm just waiting to see on Amram. If he turns it around, we're all gonna be wrong. We're all gonna be wrong.
Apart from me, bro. I did say I still believe in him. It's only 5 games, you know. We've lost to City and Arsenal. No, this is the thing, right? Like you look at the league table. Everyone said we're going to come 6th or below, right? And then when we lose to the top 4, people are like, look at them losing to Man City and Arsenal. You know, and that's the thing. You know, we've played Arsenal, we played Man City, and we lost those 2 games. Anyone can lose those 2 games. You know, in Europe, Arsenal beat Real Madrid, for goodness sake. They can beat Man United at this Man United. You know what I mean? So other than that, I think we've been all right. XG is perfect. You know, we'll get a couple more goals. Percentages go higher. We'll move up that table quick, man. Don't worry about it.
Hey. My name is Javon, Manchester United's biggest hater here. I just have a question.
By the way, I'm going to go next.
I thought I heard something. Maybe it's my headphones. Maybe I'm here knocking like Mo did earlier in the stream. Did you just say you still believe in Amorim?
Oh, yeah.
Why not? Keep him in the middle. Put
him back. Put this man back.
I believe in Amorim. I think Amorim's going to turn it around. That's it. No, look, guys. Look. The Brentford game is my look. You know the thing is, right? People have too many extremes. It's either in or out, isn't it? I'm in the middle. I'm here.
On the fence.
If he loses to Brentford, then I'm gonna be like, nothing's changed. What's the point? Nothing's changed. We beat Chelsea, we lose to Brentford. If he beats Brentford, yeah, I'm gonna get a little bit more enthusiastic. Man United have a cultural problem, a mentality problem that goes way beyond Ruben Amorim. Way beyond Ruben Amorim. We're talking about years of destruction from was it the Glazers and Ineos and whoever it is, years of destruction, you know. Like I said last time, Mo, Man United are like a derelict building. Like, it's beautiful on the outside, but when you go inside, you've got the mess everywhere, you've got the asbestos.
You're not beautiful from outside nor the inside, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's not beautiful anymore. No, it is. It is. It should be a listed building.
I really want my guy down here to go, but I have one more question because this is befuddling to me.
Did he just say it's beautiful from outside from Man United?
Man United's beautiful. What are you talking about? Manchester is beautiful, bro.
Talking about Man United as a football club, bro.
What has
number
Manchester
one,
United
I've
done?
been to Manchester as a town. Well, let's not get there, but fine.
I mean,
what has Manchester United
right.
done? What has Amorim done for you to still believe in him? You realize the rhetoric around the Chelsea game is everybody's saying Chelsea messed up. It's not like you outplayed us or you whatever. We shot ourselves in the leg. Matter, throw out the leg. We shot ourselves in the head. And you guys just, robbed us after the fact. Why is Amorim still getting leeway from anyone in your fan base?
It's hard to explain, but what I'm saying is that over the last 12 years, Man United have done the same thing over and over again, and they persisted with the same problems, and they haven't improved. Sometimes you have to take a step back and say, okay, we're going to see this one out. Ruben Amorim's a talented manager. You don't win the league with Sporting Lisbon after 20 years. If you're not a talented manager, or go in the Champions League unbeaten, smash up Man City 4-1, if you're not a talented manager, we outplayed Arsenal. Yeah, we lost with a mistake from Bayinde. Now, that should have been a draw, minimum. Then we should have beaten Fulham. That's, it's fine margins here. Look at for example, Bruno Fernandes, right? Look at Bruno Fernandes. I'll tell you about the mentality in a nutshell. He gets a little nudge from the referee, and then he blasts the ball over the bar. He obviously let the referee get to him. That's the mentality I'm talking about. This is what Ruben Amorim.
That's your captain, bro. That's your captain for how many years?
I know. And that's what I'm talking about. He's petulant. I come from Roy Keane, Brian Robson, Jaap Stam, Vidic days. You know what I mean? I don't think he should be a captain. I never thought he should be a captain. I think he's a great number 10, a good player, but not the captain, and not a number 8 either as well. Because we are talking about Arsenal's midfield. Man United are persisting with Bruno Fernandes as that out number 8. He's not a number 8. He's given away 3 goals so far this season. 3 goals are from him, his mistakes. We lost the Europa League final because of his mistake, and people throw the stats out 100 this, 100 that. Look, the reason he's got 100 goals and how many assists is because he takes everything on himself. So when you take everything on yourself, he scores more goals eventually in the big picture. If you take him out of the team, it's better for the team because you may score more goals, you might have more assists, but as a team, you lose more games. And I think sometimes you just need to remove him and play as a team because at the moment we're trying to shoehorn him into that midfield position, and he goes everywhere in the pitch. This is why Ugarte is struggling.
Sorry, let me get this straight. So from what you've seen from Amorim for, I don't know, a season? 6 months? How long has he been there? Yeah. For however long he's been there, right? What you've seen from Amorim is giving you confidence to say, or you think you're going to go where this season?
Nobody has given me confidence at Man United in the last 5 years. Nobody. Everyone. We've had the nostalgic manager in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We've had the experience in Jose Mourinho. We've had the up-and-coming manager Erik ten Hag. We've had Louis van Gaal, the professor, the genius, Ralf Rangnick. Now we got Ruben Amorim. Who else are we going to get? Sam Allardyce.
Glasner. Ariola.
Glasner plays the same formation. People have been talking about the tactics to me for a long time, talking about the tactics, 3-4-2-1, all this business. Glasner plays the same way. And
Glasner plays the same way, but Glasner plays that tactics with a brain.
Now, hold on now. We're not going to change it. People said that Man United cannot play 3-4-3. Glasner plays 3-4-3. Which is fine, which is great. But no people tell me that, Glasner is going to do it better than Amorim because it's Glasner and this is Amorim. But we've heard this same before. If you say the squad is not built to 3-4-3, you cannot tell me Glasner because he plays the same. You can say Iraola, you can say anybody else.
It's Crystal Palace, different shirt, different pressures. Man United's pressures is astronomical compared to Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is just a team from Croydon. They're just a small little team. They're not Man United at the end of the day. And that's the thing. That this is what we have to understand. I think I've seen signs of the system working. I saw it against Arsenal. You don't outplay Arsenal for large periods if the system don't work. You shouldn't be 4-0 up against Burnley in the first half if the system don't work. It's the players, man. It's the players. The players are the problem. And it's a mentality problem, not a system problem. It's a mentality problem. They down.
It's not a system problem. Are you sure, bro? You've seen.
No.
You know what?
No.
I don't have the time to get into it
4-3-3
tactically and
under
break
Erik
it
Ten Hag,
down.
bro. We played a 4-3-3 under Erik Ten Hag. We played a 4-3-3 with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It's not the system. Glasner plays a 4-3-3. Pep Guardiola transitions into a 3-4-2-1 during the game. Leverkusen won the Bundesliga with the same formation. It's nothing to do with the system. Man United should be able to play whatever system. Great players. You know,
your manager is deploying a system, and I do agree to a certain extent that the players does not fit the system, but he could still do a lot better with the system. One, you don't play Bruno Fernandes as an 8. And if you're going to stick with the system, you play him as a 10 and you don't sign Cunha and Mbeumo. You sign one of the two. And you use that.
This is why I criticize him, brother. And he's not exempt from criticism. This is why I criticize him. The number 8 with Bruno is a no-no. Right? We're not far away, not as far away as you think. We played a preseason friendly. I think it was against Bournemouth, and we played Ugarte and Mainu in the middle of the midfield. And we won 3-0. It was one of our best performances. And I know it's a friendly, but it was one of our best performances in the last couple of years. Mainu needs to play in that number 8, Bruno number 10, or nothing. And that's what it is. You know, it should be Cunha, Mbeumo, and Sesko with Mainu and Ugarte in midfield. And people talk about Ugarte not performing. It's because Bruno is in left back when he should be in the midfield. You know, and he isolates the midfielder in Ugarte, and you end up getting 3 against 1. It's madness.
Bruno is a positional delinquent.
That's Ruben Amorim's mistake.
And Bruno is a positional delinquent because even when he's supposed to be playing in the 10, he still wonders. But people, I got a drop.
We're gonna end the show here. We're gonna actually end the show here. I will see you guys. I'm just gonna have a shameless subscribe to. I'm actually 3 subscribers away from 43K. Just to let you guys know.
Let's go.
Let's
You
go.
guys absolutely not subscribe. Let me know, guys. And subscribe to all the people in the panel. All of their channels are in the description. So don't have excuses for not subscribing to anybody, actually. So go and subscribe to all of them in the channel. And this is going to take you to Hussam, where he's done a Liverpool against the world stream at the end of the day.
It's time for another war stream, guys. Get ready.
So go ahead and support. Hit that like button, guys, before we go to 15 likes away from 200. We will see you guys soon. And big up Fonzie for... brand new front 3. It's the player still. I don't know, bro. It's the shirt. Time will tell.
United is a poison chalice. I'll say that.
I will see you guys soon. Where are you? You do the redirect? Son?
Yeah. Poison chalice beat